Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Ellen and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show. Thank you for joining us today, Thursday, March 4th, 1:30 p.m. We should be having Keith One-Time Thurman on the line real soon with us, doing a Facebook Live and an interview. And we're going to get that started off in a few moments. I'm going to go ahead and hear some silence for the meeting to start. And as soon as it goes, you will be ready to go. Keith One-Time Thurman on the Ellen and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show. We really appreciate him having him. So I'm going to go silent for a little bit, and you'll go ahead and be able to hear the interview in just a few moments. Thank you. Thanks for listening on the Ellen and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show.
Sure. Alan?
Hey, how you doing? How's everybody feeling today? Great. Thank you for joining me today. This is Alan and Aaron on a Sports Talk Radio Show. Thank you for being with us, Keith One-Time Thurman. Thank you for so much. How's life treating you? Okay.
Just out here in Florida enjoying this weather. Looks like we're going to have a good spring break here, man. The sun's warming up already.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. The weather's starting to turn nice, which is always a good thing. Definitely, I appreciate you being with us. And first, I wanted to kind of start the interview off with Manny Pacquiao. Now that it's been close to 2 years, what have you learned, both good and bad, from that experience fighting Manny?
It's always, you just got to do what you got to do in training camp, man. There was a lot happening in that camp. It was my first pay-per-view. It was a little taxing than other cards prior to that. So that experience was nice and frustrating at the same time. Yeah. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing. I'm starting to meet more Filipinos in Florida, man. They got a lot of Filipinos in Florida.
You do.
They all give me love and support, man. Everybody loved that Pacquiao fight. I fell short. I thought it was really close to a draw, but he landed the right punches at the right time. That's what veterans do. They don't. And he kept his hands up. He kept his defense up, and he just boxed smart, man. That's something that my old trainer used to always say: smart fighters win, dumb fighters lose. You got to be smart in there. I think I could have made a few more smart adjustments. Anybody who really knows Keith Thurman knows Keith Thurman can adjust, boy.
Yeah.
Put me on plan A and B. I got the alphabet going to Z for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just gotta be open-minded, and that's what I like to do. I like to stay open-minded, and then it's all about executing, man. And it was just a little hard to execute that year, but I'm just trying to get ready, get right, keep my weight management down better than I did that year. And when my opportunities come knocking, hopefully sometime this summer, I'm gonna be jumping at the table, and I'm gonna be showing these boys that one time ain't done.
No, definitely. One time Thurman's not done. And you mentioned about Filipinos. You actually had added to the list. I'm half Filipino. My mom's from the Philippines, and my dad's black. So you got another one on the list now in Florida. Okay. So what I did want to mention to you now is what goes forward next. I know that you had some interest in fighting Errol, and he's one of the guys on your list. My question to you is, what is your response? It's well documented now that Errol kind of doesn't want to fight you at this point. What is your response to him avoiding a fight with you at this point?
Just, say what it is, man. You really have no interest. The car accident was a little heavy on you, and, you want to, and you just want to get back until you feel right. I understand. I didn't want to fight you when I had an injured hand.
Right.
I fought all of 2019 when I after Jose Cito Lopez, I said I'm not fighting any of the undefeated world champions at this time. And I knew because after the fight with Pacquiao, though some argue whether I should have took it under my health condition or not, But I believe that I could do what it takes to win that fight. And in the fight, I believe I showed that I had the skills and talent to win that fight. Yeah. And I fought that fight injured. You know, but I wasn't trying to step in the ring that year with Errol Spence Jr. So if Errol Spence is feeling like that, you know, he had a car accident, he had a big layoff, he just had his fight against Danny Garcia, and, you know, it was a good win. It wasn't the best Errol Spence we've ever seen, but it was a good win. Right. You know, if he knows that he's only trying to fight a certain caliber of fighters this year, I can respect that. I've been there and I've done it, you know, so I can respect that. But to fight people that I fought, all right, and this dates back to when he fought Bundy, okay? How are you going to handle the people I handled? We both handled them, bro. Okay. But who's going to handle me? Okay. How come you don't want to handle the handler? Okay. I handled them boys before you. I handled those boys before you. You want to try to outshine and outperform. You didn't do that against Sean. Okay. And you didn't really do that against Danny either. Right. So, you know, I don't know how much polishing you think you got, but it ain't shining. You might be polished up, but it ain't outshining Thurman. You know, so I really just don't get his MO right now. I know what I like to do, and that's put together the best fights at 147 that I can each and every year that I'm stepping into the ring. Regardless of my injuries or whatnot, I didn't fight Errol Spence, but I fought Manny Pacquiao, and it was one of the most exciting fights of the year, and definitely one of the best welterweight fights of the year. You know, and that's what I like to do. I love great matchups. I love exciting fights, and I think it's time because after Manny Pacquiao, my whole goal was to stay undefeated and to go right after Errol Spence Jr. So, you know, things have changed. COVID, a lot of things have changed. Right. But my heart never changed. I'm ready to go to work whenever he's ready.
So in a perfect world, who would you like to fight next? If everything was the way you wanted it to be.
In a perfect world, I mean, right now. Yeah. Put him in the ring. Whoever it is, put him in the ring. Because this summer, I'm ready to go to work. You know, so right now, I don't even know. We ain't living in a perfect world. You know, you got to live in the world you live in. You know, and I'll take anything. I'll take anything that's good for the fans to get me back into the ring. A champion is a perfect world. Keith Thurman fights a champion this summer. That's how I feel. Okay. Any chance.
Now, Terrence Crawford is also on your radar. How are things with you and him? I think that's actually a good matchup for you at this point. How are the talks, or if there are any talks with you and Terrence?
It's decent. There was some small talk because they're interested in getting a world-class opponent for for Bud Crawford. You know, Bob Arum is just not. He doesn't think that it's one of his most exciting fighters, which, you know, I believe that's one of his most exciting fighters. You know, whatchamacallit just got beat. The lightweight Lomachenko got beat. Yeah. You know, it's just not easy negotiating with Bob. You know, I don't want to get too much into it. I got things I can say that I shouldn't say, so I ain't gonna say what I shouldn't say. You know, but you know, Bob, he's just rough. He's a little cheap from time to time, and he's just not invested in creating the best action in a beautiful sport. You know, we saw HBO get out of the mix. You know, there's some people who just don't want to invest in boxing right now. And then there's other companies out there that are fully willing to invest in boxing right now. So we just got to see what manifests. But I love all champions. You know, I love fighting fighters that I haven't fought before. It's a challenge. When it comes to Bud Crawford, I got love and respect for the boy ever since the amateurs. Similar to Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny Jacobs, and a lot of other brethren that I grew up watching in the ring, man. Even somebody like Mikey Garcia, I remember seeing him in the amateurs. And so it's just really nice to see everybody who worked hard like I did. And I know the struggles that they've been through because we lived the rough road of being a fighter. This isn't a job everybody has. It's a very tough road. A lot of people wake up in the morning. There's people who woke up this morning with the dream of being a champion. Some of them will succeed. Many will fail. So it's a rough road, man. And that's why I admire everybody who steps in the ring, and especially the boys who make it to the top. And I can't wait till I get an opportunity to dance with them. You know what I mean? I'm in my suit. I don't got no tie today, but I'm in my suit.
You're looking clean.
I'm willing to dance with anybody.
You're looking too clean to fight right now. Absolutely. And a couple quick things. I noticed that you wear the bigger gloves. Do you want to continue to do that, or do you maybe want to think about changing that a little bit with the?
What do you mean bigger gloves?
Well, I noticed that with the Pacquiao fight, for example, your gloves were much bigger than Pacquiao's, like wide, bigger size. Do you feel more comfortable in that size?
They're 8 ounces.
So right.
At the end of the day, they're not that big.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't pay attention to the brand or whoever Pacquiao was working with. I've had hand problems. I've had hand injuries. And those gloves, they feel small. They feel safe. They feel secure. Okay. They feel like I can do plenty of damage in them. Back in the day when, right before I ever really got on TV, we used to wear Reyes. We used to wear the old school Reyes gloves, and those were always considered puncher's gloves back in the day. I've had an opportunity to wear Grants. They feel great, but there's something about them. They feel real nice and secure, but then there's just something about them that I don't like. Winky was a big fan of Grants throughout his career. I don't know if that had to do with the padding or with the wrist support. I found that they had really nice wrist support in their gloves. But, for right now, it is what it is, man. I've enjoyed wearing Rivals for many years. They support me, and it's nice, man. I like it.
Now, Priyana, she did come to your fight. Unfortunately, she didn't watch you win it. So, being a married man, did you blame it on her, the loss? Or you're like, you know what? It is what it is.
I mean, it's a 1-point loss. You can't blame that on your girl. At the end of the day, she was amazing. She was truly supportive. She's the one who helped me in my depressed state. She's the one who slapped me out of it. You know what I'm saying? And at first it was almost insulting what she ended up saying. She goes, it's just a fight. She goes, it's just a fight. And at the end of the day, though, it is just a fight. I'm proud, and I step in the ring wearing red, white, and blue, partially because of my love for America and representing the country. But really, I wear red, white, and blue because when I'm in that ring, I am living my all-American dream,
Yes.
And I'm the one who said it, I said it, and I was depressed for a while because I said it and I meant it. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. Doesn't mean I was ready to be beaten, right?
Right. So
there was some psychological, trauma after the fight for a few months. I was really, really hard on myself. A lot of athletes, we do this, we torture ourselves. We put high expectation on ourselves, And I mean, that's what makes us great in the first place, Right. I feel like, damn, man, now I know what LeBron James feels like when you go to Game 7 and you lose by 1 point.
Right. Yeah.
How you make it to Game 7 and you lose by 1 point, and I don't get my get back till next season?
Yeah.
I don't get my get back till next season, man. Now I know what LeBron feels like, Now I know what Tiger Woods feels like if he don't make a putt, Yeah. And it's burning me up inside, man. But what it does is it's just motivation. It's motivation to show people, man. It's not about winning and losing. It's not over until you say it's over.
Right.
When I get back in the ring, I'm gonna better myself. All that I want to do. I might lose again. When I do it, believe it's gonna be a better performance than my last performance. So they're going to have to really outperform Keith Thurman if Keith Thurman's showing up better and still finding ways to get beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's not an everyday experience, man. I mean, one judge already had me winning on the scorecard with the knockdown in Manny Pacquiao's favor. So it just shows you how much of a dog, you know, I'm always trying to get back in the fight, no matter what. If I start off winning, if I start off losing, I'm going to try to find a way that at the end, you know, I'm in that fight, you know. And I believe I know what it takes to not just get into them close margins, but really do what it takes to separate myself from my competition. And that's what I'm focusing right now, is working on the things that I got to do to separate myself from the rest of these welterweights and prove that I'm still the baddest fighter at 147.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You brought up some great points. I definitely think you have a lot to prove. And when can we hopefully see you in the ring again, if everything works in a perfect world again?
We're working on talking for this summer, man. So
this summer, okay.
Yeah, you know, we fought Pacquiao in July.
Right.
I was pushing to get in a little earlier, but it's like, you know, one way or another, 2 years is 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 month sooner or 1 month after. At this point in time, it's a long layoff no matter what.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I just want to take a good date, have a good fight, hopefully a great fight, because that's what I love doing. Hopefully a great fight, because when I punish myself, I want to make sure that there's somebody worth punishing after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to beat myself up for 10 weeks. You know? So after beating myself up for 10 weeks, I want a worthy opponent on the other side.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you're dressing sharp, looking good. Are you still working in the gym hard at this point? Like now, every single day, waiting to get a fight? Or are you just taking it easy now?
Kind of maintenance and working on some the things that this is the time to work on strength training if I want to activate some of my strength. This is time to work on different strategies if I'm trying to outwork my jab, if I'm trying to up the input on my jab, if I'm trying to utilize my footwork better, right? Maybe defense, counter punching. This is the time to just sit back, look at the drawing board and say, I can improve this.
Right.
And then start improving it before training camp really hits. You know, when training camp really hits, you're going to be very focused and you can start to create game plan strategy, but it's going to be real different or very difficult to start implementing technique that you weren't already doing. So right now, I'm just having fun, working on my footwork, you know, doing a lot of shadow boxing, and just finding ways to make my style harder to deal with in the future.
And one time is for a reason. It's been a few years since you got somebody. Is it the competition is tougher, or do you feel maybe the surgeries have gotten a little bit to you? What do you feel is maybe hindered that one knockout punch at this point?
Well, I think I got a little too used to the 12-round tempo.
Okay.
And I really enjoy boxing because throughout the years, I really elevated my boxing style, right? Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed showcasing all of my skills and talents. So being a knockout fighter is just one of my skills and talents. But now that I've shown the world many different things and different avenues of what I can bring into the ring, right now, there is a part of me that wants to get back to that one punch, you know, solid right hand, solid left hook, and just show people that, you know, the power didn't go nowhere. It's the determination behind the punch. It's the determination, right? Because the only problem with throwing a lot of knockout punches is it takes extra energy. It takes more effort and more energy, which is fine if the fight's over.
Right.
If the fight's not over, you got to be prepared to continuously go those extra rounds. And one thing I never wanted to do, Ben Getty put this in the amateurs. I used to do this when I was an amateur, but I got yelled at it a lot. He said, "You look tired, boy. You look tired, boy. You ain't supposed to look tired in the ring. You don't want the judges seeing you looking tired. You don't want everybody looking at you, seeing your expression like that, looking tired."
Right.
So I got used to making sure that people don't know that, dang, Thurman's slowing down. He's looking weak. He's looking fatigued, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that also means that if I want to put in that extra work and not get extra tired, that I'm going to have to increase my strength and conditioning to make that possible. But I do believe we can bring that into the ring coming soon.
Absolutely. And definitely, I really wish you the best and all that you do going forward. I definitely think you can get right back there. I watched the Pacquiao fight again last night, and you did a lot of great things. I just think, like you mentioned, a couple of tweaks, and the result could be very different. And speaking of Pacquiao, is that a guy that maybe you have a closer chance of fighting him again, or everybody's pretty much?
Oh, I would love it. Oh, I want my get back. He got my belt. I want my belt back. You know, once a champ, always a champ, but a former champ. Like I said, I'm accepting all champions, man. You know, I want to fight. You know, and just Pacquiao, we can do that as a grudge match. You know what I mean? He got one time. Come get one time, 2 times.
Absolutely. But I'm gonna definitely keep you in touch, and basically look out for you. If when you get the next fight, I'll be in Clearwater to do this in person. I would love to do that. Yep.
All right, my man. Yeah. Sounds good.
But definitely good luck to you and your family. We look forward to seeing you in the ring very soon, and stay safe out there.
We will, brother. God bless. Man.
God bless you too, Keith. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, folks. That was Keith One-Time Thurman joining us on the Alan and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show. Sorry about the little pause in between. I was definitely thrilled to have him on our show. He said a lot. We look forward to hearing more from Keith One-Time Thurman. I'm a man of my word. When he gets another fight, I will be down in Clearwater doing an in-person interview. I'm looking forward to doing that. Keith One-Time Thurman, we appreciate you being on the show, the Alan and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show. Please follow us, subscribe, like our Facebook page, let your friends know about us, share it. We want to give you some more great insight, more great interviews, and more great content. We want to get to be your one-stop shopping center for all sports. The Alan and Aaron Sports Talk Radio Show. Alan is now on the line, and definitely I appreciate you joining with us today. You have a blessed day and a great afternoon. Thank you. Be well. Bye-bye now.